Hey people, Intro here, Team Free for All Faction Rumble. This is Calderis Refinery, and the green team is Chaos. We have Whiskers with a Plague Champion, starts off with a damage over time bolt gun, can get melee weapons, some strong utility and support, can also repair. Death Guard elite scheme here. Alongside, Reaper A7V is a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control, Thousand Suns elite scheme. The blue team, some Tyranids. We've got two Hive Tyrants, Ducks, and the Red Baron of Germany. These guys are very durable heroes. Walking through objects cannot be suppressed with powerful offense, disruption and support. Begin in melee with a basic synapse. I shall call them Felipe and Sanchez. For the purple team, we've got some Orks. Metakelos is a Kommando knob, infiltrating hero that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style begins in ranged combat with a twin link shooter going at the Hive Tyrant of the Red Baron of Germany there. That is Sanchez. More Daka coming in and rounding off the teams. Crazy Chairman 96 as a Warboss, a melee hero, walking through objects, very good offense, disruption and support from the front lines. He's going to wipe out these heretics, I think. Indeed they do. Freebooters DLC here. Bit sloppy from Whiskers to run heretics alone, naked, muling into a Warboss there, ready to stomp them. What's going on? This is the northeastern kind of area where we have Metakelos bordering on the Red Baron of Germany. Tyranids versus Orks, one of the most fun matchups. And here comes some support from Ducks, who has triple Hormagaunts in tow, and they are ripping up the backline. Shooter boys falling like flies. Couldn't quite finish them off. That's the double shooters of Metakelos there. Crazy Chairman is on the west side, and we see them bordering Whiskers, who's got some Chaos Space Marines up. They are trying to get Eternal War, but they're in trouble. Warboss gets a stomp, smacks one to death, smacks another one to death, dropping two models there. They do have a melee Plague Champion now, but it's been a rough start for Whiskers. Meanwhile, Ducks, not wanting to stop the violence, comes to have a say hello to the Orks with a bunch of claws and teeth. Sorcerer's here ready to doom bolt maybe. Oh, Shooter Boys just run away. They're going for the VP. You can see the natural victory points here, all with generators on them. Both teams get kind of like two natural victory points on this, and the central victory point with no generator on it is contested. At the moment, it's green, and the green Chaos team have a triple VP cap, and they have a lead. Other two teams very, very close. Trying to steal power here is Metakelos. Lost their sluggers along the way. Now get to some looters up to try and stem the tide of these Tyranids. Sanchez and the Red Baron of Germany have double termagants. Toxin sacks on the way. Kommando knob must run. Did get a decap though. And both of those shooter boys have their big shooters for more Daka from longer range, and they can also suppress with aim in. What's that? Where they just go hyper Daka and suppress stuff. Heretics here for Reaper. Whiskers has not replaced their heretics, which is generally a bad idea, I think. Heretics are very, very useful. Storm boys jumping on the back lines into some CSM. Almost got a model. Plague Champion goes down. They are struggling somewhat here, Whiskers. They do have some Raptors up, but I don't think I'd fancy them 1v1 against Storm Boys with their power melee damage, especially when they're backed up by a bunch of other Orc stuff. In the north, that's the Red Baron of Germany, Sanchez, trying to get through to the Orky base here. Looters getting shot up by termagants, but they are persuaded to leave. Maybe we'll see some stick bombs from the Kommando, because there's double termagants from Red Baron. They have taken the power back. Yes, they have. Kommando gets into melee with the termagants. Oh, maybe they crippling poisoned him just as he got close enough. The looters on capping duty. Chaos still with the VP lead. What is this? It's dead Havocs. Yep, Reaper's Havocs got stuck in a corner, pinned in by double Hormagaunts and a Hive Tyrant. And down it goes. Looks like they tried to take this generator down here. Sorcerer gets the revive on the Plague Champion. Gives him a chunk of XP, but he did lose those Havocs doing it. Bastion's prob better than Node. But a mid-gen, says Crazy Chairman. Talking about this, I think. Bastion's much faster than a Node. Generally the way to do it. The Node does give more power income than the generators, but you can wipe the generators out much quicker. The Hive Tyrant of the Red Baron. Sanchez getting the extended carapace. Dux goes tier 2. Already has improved synapse. I don't think they got any... Oh, they did. They got triple adrenal glands. Still able to get their tier 2 rolling. Reaper having a look with some infiltrated stuff. Might see a Doom Bolts fly out into the double Hormagaunts. Triple Hormagaunts, I should say. Looks like Dux is backing off. Felipe doesn't want any of the Doom Bolt action. Mid VP uncapped. Still kicking off in the north. Red Baron really pressuring the Orks here quite hard. Here comes some Daka. Look how close those power farms are. Trying to bash the VP generator, and they're decapping the power node. I thought he was going to chug a stun bomb there, the Kommando. But that was just his reload animation, I think. He just throws his elbow around. They got a decap. Lost a few Termagants. Hormagaunt's still in play, getting suppressed by aiming. What's that? Now eating a bunch of Daka. And persuaded to leave. Meanwhile, towards the south, big messy fight here with aspiring champion heretics. A horde of Hormagaunts, but they get rid of them. The Sorcerer here is missing energy, so they most likely got a decent Doom Bolts in there somewhere. Decent VP lead for the Chaos team on a double cap, but so are the Tyranids on double cap. The Hive Tyrant went down. That would have helped as well. There would have been a Synapse bomb on those Hormagaunts. Reaper getting some more CSM up. Oh, did they lose CSM in that fight? That's the Havocs, I think, there. Although that could be CSM. Losses all round, it seems. Metakelos is death dreading it up. Tier 3 for Red Baron. WhiSk's still in tier 1 for some context there. Up to 600 VPs though, the Chaos team. They are camping their VP with a heavy bolter turret. I mean, they can camp 2 gen farms and a VP with that. Maybe, can you not repair these things? This needs to be repaired. I don't know if you can manually repair them before they're destroyed. Maybe not. Storm Boys get their Knob Leader. Knob Leader up on the Sluggers as well. Big, scary melee army coming for WhiSk's here. He doesn't have fetid armor or anything. Jumps in some raptors. That is very, very risky. Maybe they can touch of Nurgle them. Gets a good special attack with the Plague Sword. Can create some zombies maybe. But the raptors are getting destroyed. Raptors getting absolutely destroyed. They wipe. Very sloppy jump there from WhiSk's. Not sure. They must have had enough. The touch of Nurgle. That would have been a great time to use it. And now the Plague Champion is going to go down. Does get a zombie. I wonder if you can touch of Nurgle your zombies. Probably. Also, probably not worth it, but nice little option to have if you need it to escape or something. The Death Dread of Metakelos has some Gretchens to look after it, I guess. They don't have Sluggers. Power bashing from the Orks. Completely lost them now, the gens there. But Red Baron's in tier 3. So they could bring some big, stompy, heavy hitters out. Crazy Chairman bashing this VP generator. Takes down the turret. WhiSk's get some chosen Plague Marines up, which will help in those big melee fights. But the Plague Champion being down kind of sucks. CSM level 2 and does not have aspiring champion heretics. They have grenade launcher heretics. Warboss hits level 3. Has that boss pole to make his melee army stronger. Sorcerer is fighting the mid. Oh, they're fighting the Kommando knob. Able to cap the VP. Maybe they can get a revive afterwards. Chosen Plague Marines getting suppressed. As you can see, they actually operate quite well under suppression. Seen as they're Plague Marines, they aren't slowed down that much, although they're quite slow to begin with. Passively damage nearby enemies, these guys. And they can create some Nurgle zombies of their own with their Nurgle's Rot ability. and explode on death. As you see there, more explosions going on. Storm Boys didn't want to engage them anymore because of the further explosions, I think, and they took down the Nob leader of the Storm Boys, so he's going to have to be repurchased. The Chosen Plague Marines did a hell of a lot of work there, and now those guys can try and steal or at least decap that VP. The Sorcerer, though, where's he gone to? Oh, he's stealing this VP. Did not go for the revive. Double cap for Purple Orks. No cap for the others. A single cap now. They're all on singles. VP lead still in play, though, for the Chaos fellas. Here comes the Death Dread stomping through. Goes after some Termagants. And levels up to 2. Has the burners and bits. So he can burn through gens pretty well. That is Sanchez down there. What's Felipe up to? He's leveling up to 5. Bloody hell. And trying to steal this VP. Well, I guess it's kind of his VP. Trying to steal it back. Crushing Claws, Improved Synapse, and Psychic Scream over on the west side. Orks continue to terrorize the Nurgle fellows over here. There's a Noxious Cloud. All combined with the passive damage from the Chosen Plague Marines, that would be quite nasty. Need to control that cloud. That's a global ability of the Plague Champion. Who's still down, by the way. Storm Boys jumping out. Shooters could maybe suppress these Chosen Plague Marines. Warboss goes after them. Their passive damage and their death explosion much less scary against a single entity. Guess it still knocks him down. We've got some Mark of Tzeentch Chaos Space Marines here, pouring some damage on that Warboss. He's doing huge amounts though to the Chosen Plague Marines. Explodes another one. That death explosion does heal the other models, unlike regular Plague Marines. Double cap here for Chaos. Other teams have no VPs on their docket. Orks getting the central. This generator is being repaired. You need to pay resources to repair the generators on the VPs to make them work again. It's generally a good idea to bust your opponent's natural ones whenever you can. These guys are getting trolled by the node being repurchased after trying to cap it. Swarmlord on the way for ducks. I feel like Red Baron's been tier 3 for a while. Hasn't been able to get anything up. They've got tons of power, not a lot of wreck. They're getting wreck starved by their losses, I think. And maybe having to repurchase generators all the time. This has been bashed again by the Death Dread. It's crazy how close those two gen farms are to each other. Ducks calling out to their ally that they have the Swarmlord on the way. There's a Chaos Dreadnought for Reaper. They've gone Mark of Khorne, which is the melee loadout. These guys are bashing power with burners. And the Weird Boy is up here for Crazy Chairman. Commando's on the way for Metakelos. Looks like Reaper's going to be the last player in tier 2. Well-timed Warp Vomit. Messed up a lot of stuff. Plague Champion's back to his feet though. Good, decent shot in there from the Weird Boy. That was a Chosen Plague Marine explosion. There's Nurgle's Rot creating some zombies, as you can see. CSM trying to create some space for themselves so they don't get dragged into that melee fight. Gonna need to repurchase that power. Well, the VP generator is the big stomp from the Warboss and his Cyborg implants, which is still basically the best name ever for a war gear. It's Cyborg. Is that from the tabletop? Is there some kind of upgrade you can give him called Cyborg Armor or something? Or Cyborg Implants even? Khorne Dreadnought's gone mental. There's Blood Rage. Increasing damage, damage resistance and speed, but you lose control of your Dreadnought. Swarmlord goes after it. Crushing Claws Hive Tyrant goes after it. There's Dark Flames. Does the Sorcerer have red to teleport it? It does. They have the red to walk this guy back to safety. Well, depending on where the Sorcerer is. Oh, the Sorcerer's not in a safe place right now. Looks like the Dreadnought's just trying to walk back to base, I think. Which may not save it, actually, because the Swarmlord doesn't care about base turrets or these Havocs. The Hive Tyrant will be messed up by them, though. There's a Psychic Scream. Swarmlord trying to finish off the Dreadnought. Can it be teleported over there? Sorcerer's not moving. He's microing this stuff, and it's going to go down. There's a Blade Flurry as well, was it? Meanwhile, The Hive Tyrant has gone down. Back to the north. We have the Carnifex going for the Stranglethorn Cannon. Commandos with their Nob Leader have a rocket launcher. Triple cap now for the Orc fellas. Commando's down though. Thornback Fex says Metakelos. It's not actually. Just hasn't been upgraded yet. It's a Stranglethorn. Another Carnifex on the field for Ducks. Nob squad for Metakelos. And Crazy Chairman with a Flashgit squad. Reaper's down to just 2 units on the field. But can recover. Has a decent chunk of resources there. I mean, Whiskers was able to recover. They got a Chaos Predator now. Chasing off that Carnifex a bit. Suppressing that Warboss. Warboss has now got a long retreat back. Swarmlord's still in base, by the way. Oh, there's a Tyrant formation, look. Looks like it killed the Heretics of Reaper, but their Havoc survived. And a tank is now chasing the Predator. Can't give it a mark because it would lock it in place for a while. And they want to finish off this Swarmlord here. Should be able to get it, I think. Just got to keep it moving. One more shot might do it. Just keep it moving. There it goes. Swarmlord taken care of. Oh, they had a Venom Cannon Carnifex that maybe could have put pressure on and saved it, maybe. Or at least made it more difficult to chase. Storm Boys jumping in on the Stranglethorn Cannon Carnifex. They do have that heavy melee weapon with the Nob Leader. Level 2 Storm Boys as well. There's that Crippling Poison, they need it. Nob squad in there as well with heavy melee headbutts. VPs are very close actually. Triple cap for the Orcs, they've taken the lead. Looks like this Carnifex falls, it does. Here we see Sanchez with those crushing claws. Throws up the invulnerability. Might use it to try and escape here. Tries to get clear of the melee before going into retreat. I think they are now retreating. We just couldn't see it and they're taken out. Couldn't quite get away. This is back down to the southeast. The Chaos fellas were not happy about that incursion into their base. Whisker's taking issue with it, let's say. CSM are now level 3, they're still alive. Chosen Plagueman is level 2 and they get away. What happened to the tank though? Tank is being repaired and it's now the Markov Zinch. So it's focused on anti-vehicle or anti-large target to hunt those monstrous creatures, I guess. The Red Baron of Germany down to Spore Mines. Had a rough old time with those double Orcs pouring into base. Took out that Carnifex as we saw. And we didn't see them take out the Carnifex. What took out the Carnifex? Maybe the Nob squad went in there and popped their frenzy and went after it. I'm not sure. Got flash kits with blasters. Psychic damage, area of effect. Bad news for infantry. Whiskers with some Chaos Terminators coming in. Hasn't repaired this though. I'm not sure how long it's been down for. Quad cap for the Orcs. Just camping the mid right now. And they have 3 kind of northwestern VPs capped. No way for Red Baron to get onto this VP. They got their own Swarmlord on the way. It's a lot of anti-vehicle they could quickly bring onto this tank if the Warboss could get in there. Storm Boys jump in, but now they go after infantry. The stomp is good. Warp Vomit goes in, then the Weird Boy runs away. Here comes a Land Raider Phobos from Reaper. The tank's okay. Maybe this Death Dread is going to have its last fight here. Chaos Terminators did drop a model. They have no weapon upgrade. Death Dread level 4 took a hell of a lot of shots to go down, you know. Nob squad with their EU jammers now. Oh, they got on the tank. Tank is trying to escape. Rocket launcher commandos also going after it. Plague Champion's going to go down. I'll guess a zombie knob fella though. It looks like he doesn't keep the hammer when he becomes a zombie. And it's still a heavy melee weapon. Nob squad barely making it out, or maybe not. Terminators are there. 34 hit points. He gets away that last knob. That's not the knob leader either. Knob leader either. I can say words. Triple cap for the Orks with a actually quite sizable VP lead, 300 or so. Almost 400 actually. Terminator's getting that demoralization on kill, tearing through these poor Gretchens. Not sure what they're up to. They are repair crew Gretchens. Where's the Swarm Lord of Red Baron? Here he is. Getting a Carnifex. Felipe's got a Carnifex of his own as well. It's the Venom Cannon fella. Warboss taking the mid with some heretics there. Crazy Chairman able to hit back and it goes straight for this. Oh, it's already bashed that VP. I guess they don't need to go for it. They can cap their own one back. There's the Warp Vomit. Bad news for Terminators. Is Reaper paying attention here to get them out of trouble and warp them? Doesn't seem like it. They are going to wipe. It's a very dangerous place to keep them there, knowing that they had a Weird Boy. Stun is the worst enemy of Terminators. They can't retreat out of it. There's Nurgle's Rot. Love the way the Weird Boy gets knocked over. He just kind of falls straight backwards. Weird Boy might go down here. Does go down. Weird Boy got Marco zinched. Rocks thrown in by Crazy Chairman. Takes out the tank. I always say, if your nuke gets a tank, it's a decent nuke. Triple cap now for the Tyranids. Orks have 0 cap going on. Crazy Chairman pushing down the west side instead of holding those VPs, I guess. Another really good big stomp. Level 6 Warboss has been quite vicious so far. Chosen Plague Range now level 3. Sword of Flame on the Chaos Sorcerer. Plague Champion now has Armor of Pestilence. But they need to... Yeah, look, he's trying to cap. You need to repurchase the generators, fellas. It might be that these guys haven't played free-for-all before. It's not a very commonly played game type. Venom Cannon Carnifex is bashing base. Looks like a rocket launcher commando's down there. They're Tyrannoformationed it even. Metakelos down to Kommando squad, who ran off to Crazy Chairman's base to heal up. Takes a long time to destroy a HQ, but they're giving it a good go. Crushing Claw Hive Tyrant and that Carnifex. Yeah, there we go. They worked it out. They are repairing the generator. Well done, fellas. And now they can cap it again, but here comes some hungry Tyranids. Swarmlord speeding up the Carnifex, which is terrifying, and the Hive Tyrant with his synapse, his speed synapse. Is this an overextension here by Ducks? Because here comes the Orky cavalry in the form of Crazy Chairman's boys. Bioplasma shot was nicely aimed actually on the Kommando knob leader there, but he still got his shot in. Blade Flurry as well, knocks everything flying. There's Use Your Choppers on Knob Squad. Tyrannoformation again. Big fight here. Big old fight. Looks like Red Baron came to help out a bit. 2 Swarm Lords in here. Almost got it down. Look how fast they are. There's the Leech Essence to try and heal up from the Swarm Lord. Knob Squad are still in there. Maybe they can use Call the Boys to keep them in play. Down goes the Swarm Lord. They got one. And now they run. I'm not sure if that Swarm Lord corpse explosion does knock back. I know when the Avatar explodes it knocks things back. Not sure about the Swarm Lord though. Seems like it should. Are they just going to follow them in base and try and finish them here? Level 5 Hive Tyrants. Level 10 Hive Tyrant for Ducks. These Crushing Claws must be doing almost 150 heavy melee DPS at level 10. That's pretty nuts. Kommando trying to escape death. They're getting their knob leader on the way. Look at the green caps now. Chaos with a quad cap. While the Orks and the Tyranids fight. They just can't help themselves, can they? Metakelos still down to just the Commandos. I guess they don't want to purchase more stuff while Tyranids are in their base. They have no turrets left to defend it. That's the Commando squad knob leader. I'm not sure where the Commando knob is. Oh, here he is. He's sneaking around doing stuff. Sorcerer is busy trying to get a 5th VP for the Chaos team. And looks like they might be able to do it. Tyranids are trying to get some caps back. Knob squad again. I mean, Crazy Chairman has to protect his ally here. This Carnifex is not going to get away, I don't think. Down it goes. Tyranids should maybe be concentrating on VPs, not on trying to take out the HQ. They did get it really low, though. Under 2,000 hit points on the HQ now. Look at that. What would you call this? Quintuple cap? What's 5? What is 5? Chaos Predator with Mark of Corn. Looks like Reapers got themselves some Chaos Terminators now. No upgrade on them, though. And they're infiltrating with their Tzeentchian Sneaky Worship. Level 5 Sorcerer with Sigil of the Rift. Would expect to see Tome of Subjugation maybe at this point. Orks taking a VP. It's a 5 cap to a 1 cap. What's the strat, says Metakelos. Tyranids have no cap right now. They have tons of Carnifexes. Tyrant Guard here for Ducks. And Felipe has another Swarm Lord on the way too. All the Swarm Lords. This guy survived. 2 knobs by for Crazy Chairman. These guys are fresh. Getting their huge hammers first, apparently. 1452 VPs to 1508 to 1812. Chaos are streaming ahead with a lead with a quad cap still. The Orks need to get on them. Well, both of them. The Orks and the Tyranids need to get on them. There's a Rocks. Pretty good one. Didn't even try to dodge it, really. And double Kommando trying to finish off the Phobos. I think they're going to get it. Indeed they do. Picking off here now. Imperial Abyss. It's a nasty Imperial Abyss. Global Nuke. That's a Nurglite one. And some green for you. Chaos Terminators with autocannon have to teleport away from a nasty fire. Oh, another Land Raider Phobos from Whiskers. Chosen Plague Marines did get away. Level 4 now. These guys 26, 62 hit points. Now it's a triple cap for the Orks. But the Chaos fellas still have a double cap. And they're still getting victory points. You need to stop them. Up to 1901 now. Oh, look at this. The Tyranids are still in base here. It's mainly Red Baron. Really hell-bent on taking out this Ork base. Has it been repaired? It has been repaired. It's back up over 3,000 hit points now. Not sure what repaired it. Did Metakelos have... Did they have Gretchens or something at some point? 1935 VPs for Chaos. They don't have a huge army. The Tyranids have lots of stompy big fellas. And they're going mid. And here we go. Here's the big push. Coming in from both sides. Orks biding their time for now. Are they going to come in? There's a nuke. Imperial Abyss and a Tyranno formation. Plague Champion's gone down. Looks like he has his Plague Fist now. Carnifex going down top of your screen. Hive Tyrant of Red Baron trying to grab the VP. The Orks just smashing the generator to pieces. Phobos being chased quite hard using the Dirgecaster. Noxious Cloud in there too. Absolutely crazy ending here. Down goes the Phobos. Now they're on the tank. Tank got destroyed so fast. Lascannon's getting shots. Another Tyranno formation. We didn't really hit anything. Oh. the game is over. I think Chaos won, but I don't actually know. Was it the Orks? They had a triple cap. I guess we'll see on the ending screen. Unfortunately, I can't exit the game because I've taken the UI off. But I'll get to the ending screen for you, and we can work out who won. I think it might have been the Orks. They had a triple cap, but no, it must have been Chaos, because they would have got the VPs they needed with only a single cap here, I think. So, well done, Chaos, maybe? We'll see. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.